Excellent. Simon Le Bon's they're great. You excited? Yeah! Nick Rose! All right! All right. They're great!
Hi, I'm Nick Rhodes, and this is John Taylor. We're both from Duran Duran.
And we'd like to thank Toronto for making us #1 on City Limits. Thanks.
Thank you.
Duran Duran were in Toronto this past week to shoot another video and play 2 sold-out shows at the Gardens. They also picked up gold and platinum albums for their latest 7 and the Ragged Tiger, which has already sold over 200,000 units in Canada.
I'd just like to say that we take this country very seriously and we always want to work here and put on good shows for you. Thank you very much.
After the awards presentation, the group's vocalist Simon Le Bon threw a private bash at his Toronto digs. I spoke with founding members Nick Rhodes and John Taylor and asked them if there was ever a time when they worried about their credibility as musicians.
Really, I don't think, because we always felt that as long as we were sure of what we were doing and confident that our music was the most important thing, and that was what we always put first. I mean, you write a song before you do a video, and you write a song before you do a photo session as a press release and things, you know, that as long as you get your priorities right, I think a lot of other people in the press and media have often accused us of superfluous imagery and all sorts of things, but basically we're just into making our whole presentation as good as we can.
I think it's, you know, I think it's quite clear, really, to anybody that looks deeply into the band and listens closely to, especially 7 and the Ragged Tiger, that there is more to the band than the image. I think it's quite simple in that a lot of, as Nick says, a lot of media people have just made up their minds already, a lot of the English media especially. But, you know, it doesn't really matter to us now. I think we've reached the stage where there are quite enough people that appreciate us now.
How do you feel about all the talk in the media comparing what you do to your fans to the days of Beatlemania?
Well, I mean, it's very flattering, obviously, to be compared to possibly the most successful pop group ever. But, however, we don't take it too seriously ourselves. I mean, I think that was something that happened 20 years ago, and they were the first, is why it happened, one of the reasons why it happened. And we're not really comparable. I mean, I'd like to think we're sort of creating our own history as opposed to living off somebody else's, really.
I think that the Screaming Girl syndrome is really where the comparison ends. You know, you can't take it any further than that.
How have your personal ideals changed since the early days of Duran Duran?
2 nights at the C&E instead of 2 nights at the Maple Leaf Garden.
I mean, are you still looking for the same things?
Yeah, I think so. In really, I mean, obviously things have grown a lot since then, but I think everybody's managed to keep reasonably level-headed about everything, which is the best part of it. I don't feel anyone in the band's particularly changed that much, because, I mean, the thing is, everybody is surrounded by 4 other members of the band. If somebody starts floating up in the air, they get yanked down like that.
Get a quick shot. Sure. I think also we haven't really had, we've never really stopped to sort of, we've never had a chance to sort of buy our Rolls Royces and big country houses and yachts. We've never had time to bask in our glory. We've been working continually. So as long as the 5 of us are usually together, then we usually stay, you know, we get more demanding. We like say, I want my coffee now instead of can I have a coffee please? But apart from that.
How do you explain the fact that every video that Duran Duran comes out with is so fantastic?
Well, I think really it's, we're proud of our videos, and they're very much our product together with our directors. We've used Russell Mulcahy on the
Which is
majority
probably
of our
the biggest attribute if you had to put it down to 2 words.
I think the thing is that so many people keep saying this about, oh, videos, you know, they're what's most important and what broke the band and what's done this and done that, and this is the new age of 1984. The thing is, I think it's a very powerful medium that you can use to your advantage to help the song become more 3-dimensional. And also, obviously, as a promotional device, you can be in a lot of places in the world at one time, so that's great. But really, unless the song's good in the first place, and then the video is derived from the song, you're not really anywhere. I think you can you can only go so far on location, you can only go so far in the studio and whatever. It's being clever with what you've got that is important. I mean, I don't think you have to spend $300,000 on a video to make it good. I think you can spend, you know, maybe $10,000 and make it new and interesting and really good. A lot of people have criticised us in the past, saying that our videos have all cost a fortune, this, that and the other, which I mean, it's...
That was which one was it? There was one of them, the British music industry. They wouldn't consider Hungry Like the Wolf or something because somebody said, well, anybody can spend $20,000 or something on a video and make it good. And now, you know, how much was Thriller, you know? And I mean, Planet Earth cost us £7,000 to make.
Duran Duran will be in concert at the Gardens again tonight. There are still some tickets available at